Time now for your forewarned weather.
Let's talk about that weather. Some people saw rain, snow. Some people didn't see anything at all.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get in Utah. Yeah. The mountains make it a little tricky. We had a little bit of a rain shadow here in Salt Lake, which is why we haven't seen as much as Utah County, for example. But before we get into that, take a look at these sunset pictures because it was a really nice day in southern Utah. Yeah. All these pictures are from Cedar City. Enoch as well, which is just north of Cedar City. Beautiful pictures, great sunset. Thank you guys for sending that in. Let's take another look in southern Utah. This is the Black Desert Sky Cam showing Virga, which is rain, but it evaporates before it hits the ground. And then it cleared on out. Up here in the north, though, it's still looking active. This is a live view from Park City Mountain. Still has some snow coming down, and the snow machines are working, meaning it's finally cold enough to get those things up and running. All right, let's take a look at the radar. We do have a storm or a swath of snow that's moving over the state line, impacting places like Cache Valley, near Park Valley. That'll move in a southeasterly direction. We have this one right here that moved through the Wasatch Front and is still impacting Utah Valley. We have a mix of rain and snow in some places. I did see some snow on the Utah Lake camera. Showed you guys that just a few minutes ago. Let's move over to the east because we have some snow showers just north of Moab as well and right around Monticello, bringing it to southern Utah. Just a couple of light snow showers, nothing too significant. A couple of rain showers towards Lake Powell, but nothing in really populated areas. We could see a couple snowflakes reach the ground in Cedar City as well. Temperatures are definitely cold enough to snow. We're in the 30s and 20s across the state, 34 degrees here in Salt Lake and Ogden, freezing in Logan and Provo. St. George is at 39 degrees, and we have 20s for some of the cooler spots. All right, let's take a look at what to expect for the rest of the night. Those rain and snow showers will still stick around on the Wasatch Front as we get into midnight and a few hours after that. But by the early morning hours, it is going to be clearing on out. We have cloudy skies by 5 a.m. with temperatures just below freezing. And then by 10 o'clock, things start to clear on out. We'll still have mostly cloudy skies, but it won't be quite as thick. All right, tonight, lows are going to be in the 20s across most of the state, 30 degrees for Salt Lake, upper 20s to low 30s across the Wasatch Front, and a couple teens out there as well in some of the chillier spots. Our futurecast shows that that system is starting to exit, leaving us towards the eastern Utah. Has a chance of some snow showers as we get into tomorrow towards Castle Country, the Uintas, maybe even a little bit towards the southwest desert. But these are fairly light showers. And then we could see a couple of mountain showers sticking around as we get into the afternoon hours. But they're going to be very light, very little impact. High pressure starts to build by Wednesday afternoon and into Thursday, which will bring those clearing conditions. However, we have another system that's going to be coming in as we get into your Friday and Saturday. That is not looking quite as cold as this system, so we don't anticipate a whole lot of snow. Most of the snow is over in northern Utah, but by the time all is said and done, most places along the Wasatch Front will just get a trace, just a dusting, but some places could get up to an inch. The bench is getting just a little bit more. Mountain valleys in the Wasatch back could get 1 to 3 inches. The northern mountains, 2 to 5 inches, but higher for the upper Cottonwoods. Central mountains not doing too bad at 3 to 6 inches, and the southern mountains will get 1 to 3 inches. All right, so this system is starting to exit, but behind it is going to be chilly. It's dragging that really cold northern Canadian air into the region, which is why we're going to see chillier temperatures tomorrow. And then there's that storm for your Friday and Saturday, bringing a wintry mix. Right now, it's looking like it could be a valley rain mountain snow setup, maybe a slushy setup for our valleys, but it's still too far out to say with much confidence. High pressure starts to build again on Monday, bringing more mild conditions. As for tomorrow, temperatures are going to be just a couple degrees cooler than they were today, upper 30s to low 40s across the state with a mix of sun and clouds, and a couple of showers still holding on to the eastern side of the state, but not very heavy showers, just a couple of light snow showers. St. George will be at 51 degrees tomorrow and Thursday, warming up, eventually reaching 60 degrees by Sunday. A very pleasant week in St. George. A little bit windy on your Saturday, though. The Wasatch Front has a slight chance of some snow tomorrow, but it's looking like it'll just be a mix of sun and clouds, increasing cloud coverage into Thursday, and then that storm system rolls on in. Friday, Saturday could hold on into Sunday, but you notice it's a lot warmer. Temperatures in the 40s, so don't expect a whole lot of snow with this next system.
Okay.